Hello, good people of the internet. My name's Slippy, and today I'll be showing you some ancestors to the Humankind Odyssey. I've kind of got into this game a little bit, but I'm gonna start over right now to make sure that all you guys can see as well. And yeah, so I do have to mention that this is the first time ever that I'm recording gameplay footage, so it might be a little iffy. But if you have any comments for me or some criticism, you can always leave it in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer. Let's just jump straight into this. Just want to mention that there's no commentary for the first bit because I like it way too much, and I think you should enjoy it as well. Alright, so this is where we start off. They're gonna start off by explaining some basic senses such as intelligence, hearing, and smelling. Intelligence is used to identify resources as well as hiding spots, and yeah, it's quite useful. So, as you might be able to tell, I'm gonna quickly inspect all the hiding spots around me. And if you're just starting off with this game, I would advise you to go to one of those spots because you'll get an adult monkey and you'll be able to take the kid without the fear of the unknown. Um, and that's also a thing, the fear of the unknown, the thing you're seeing right now with all the faces around me. This is because I'm a baby right now and I left my camp. And as soon as babies leave camp, they'll have this because they're scared of everything that's outside. Um, the adults also have this, but it's at a much greater distance. So it takes a while before you'll have this, and you'll also be able to overcome your fear So if you enter an area where you have this, you just go around in it, you start inspecting some stuff, and then you'll see like a light bubble. And as soon as you reach that, you'll overcome the fear, and you'll no longer have the fear of the unknown. It's quite useful. Um, so as I already know where I'm going, I'm slowly just making my way towards the camp. And as soon as I get near it, I should regain color as well. I think it should happen somewhere around here. Ah, yeah, there we go. So now we're nearing the camp. So we no longer have the fear of the unknown. I just want to mention that I honestly love the way this game looks, and it feels amazing as well. Even though they say that it's best played with a controller, it feels really genuine with a keyboard and mouse as well. I mean, look at this. Honestly, this is amazing. So you might see the stick figures around. That's the fellow primates in the camp, and the little diamond in the middle is a location marker. So that location is the camp. So right now I'll just head back to the camp, so I'll be able to start everything and start getting an adult. And I'll start off by inspecting everything in the base, because at first there's a lot to inspect. You're really unknown with everything, and it's quite boring. And I'll also gather some supplies just to make sure that I can show you guys what the crafting looks like. Just want to mention that I really think it's a cool little detail that you get these drawings every time you go to sleep. Alright, so I'm gonna start off by giving you the basic tools. That's a granite grinder, a basalt chopper, and an obsidian scraper. You make the grinder by hitting obsidian rock on the granite rock, and you might be able to tell right now. Come on, there we go. So that's a grinder. You can grind resources, of course. Um, Especially the flowers right outside of your base. I'll show you in a second. But they give you a small buff, and if you grind them, you'll get a paste, and that'll give you a really nice buff. So if you're able to create a grindstone, and if you're able to grind those flowers, always do so. Um, Furthermore, you can also collect some dead branches from the trees. Uh, and you won't need those to lift rocks, as well as make spears, as well as create a barrier. So as soon as you start construction of something like this barrier right now, you're no longer able to exit construction. So as soon as you start, it'll happen. They might fix this in a later patch, I don't know, but as of right now, you're not able to exit construction. Um, right now I'm gonna show you where you can collect some dead branches, because we're gonna need one to lift some rocks. And normally there's some basalt under those rocks, and as I said before, basalt is always useful, so if you can get it, make sure you have it. So now I stripped this dead branch into a stick, and by using this stick on the rocks, I'll be able to lift the rocks. I'll show you right now. So right now I'm at one of those rocks, and I'm going to inspect it first before I'm able to lift it. But as soon as this is done, I'll be able to lift it, and I should find some basalt under there. So as you might have heard the audio cue, you gotta listen real careful because you don't want to break your stick, of course. Unfortunately, there was no basalt under there, but just mushrooms. And here as well. So let's see if the last one has some basalt. It normally should have some basalt. Alright, there we go. Ah, perfect. Some basalt. So I'll quickly drop my stick and get two of those rocks back to base. There we go. And now I'm gonna quickly make a stockpile at base. You should do this with all your resources because there's not really a storage system. So you just have your stockpiles. And for example, like branches and leaves, if you collect them and you turn it into a stockpile, the resources will have time to regenerate, so you'll be able to farm a little bit. So it kind of looked a little bit bugged, like I only dropped one basalt, but I didn't. So I'll have to inspect this as well, of course. Add it to the pile, and we can get our stick, or we can just throw it, of course. If you hold C on the computer, you'll throw the item you'll have in your right hand. Now I'm gonna quickly collect my stick as well as the last basalt piece that was over there. So as you can see, it's really close to base, so early game you can also get a lot of your resources. And we have another couple berry bushes over here as well. And we also have the leaves that you can turn into a paste. I'll show you in a second. So these rocks cannot be lifted, and these are the berries. And right in front of me is the flour that you turn into a paste. So I haven't really found out what those things do yet, or what I need to check it out. But this is the flour I was talking about before. I totally forgot to mention the health orb on the bottom. So the green orb on the bottom, that's your stamina and life expectancy, as told before. But it'll go down if you use a lot of your stamina. And if you use all of your stamina and you're still running, for example, then your life expectancy will go down, and you don't want to do that. And you might be able to tell the yellow circle pulsating around my life orb. So this means as I'm eating, it's yellow, so I need to eat some more. And right now you'll see it as well. So see, I need to drink because it's pulsating the yellow circle. And as soon as that's done, I'll have my maximum. Oh, and every time when you eat and drink, the entire group does the same thing. So if you start eating berries, all the monkeys that are around you will start eating berries as well. The same goes for drinking. So right now I'm gonna sharpen the stick with a rock, and as soon as this is sharpened, I can go to the fishing spot inside the camp, so I can get some fish. But I do want to recommend eating berries and horsetail grass instead of fish, because they can give you poison and just a hassle for no reason. And since you're not able to cook the fish yet, it's, yeah, like I said, a hassle for no reason. So as soon as I've sharpened this stick, I'll run over to the fishing spot and I'll show you how the fishing looks as well. So it's not done yet. Let's hit it a couple more times and it should be sharpened. And there we go. So right now we're at the fishing spot. I'm gonna quickly inspect the sharpened stick in order to be able to fish. And it should give me the option now, yeah. And there we go. We got something. Alright, so right now I'm gonna eat a crayfish that I just got, and as you guys are able to tell, I will get the poisoning. Now it's not really that bad if you're near water, because as soon as you start drinking, the poison will go away quicker. So if you ever have a obnoxious effect, then just start drinking, and it should go away real soon, as you guys can see. And look at all my fellow monkeys drinking as well. Right here, you guys can see me going into the evolution screen. And every time you lie down somewhere, you can go into this, and you can learn new abilities if you have the experience for it, or the neuronal energy, or whatever it's called. It's the white orb in the middle. The bigger it is, the more experience you have. And in order to be able to, for example, pick something up and then switch hands with that, you'll have to learn it as well. And like standing up, and in order to increase the range on your senses, you'll also have to learn all of that. And it's not just that, because you can skip generations. And if you want to skip a generation, it can be so that you lose some of these things that you learned, except if you um, reinforce them, like I'm doing right now. And every baby you have in your clan is one reinforcement point. So every time you have a baby, you can reinforce another skill. So that's quite useful. So right here, you guys can see me walking with the cat flower. I'm gonna now turn this into the paste I was talking about earlier. So this right here is the paste. It's called grinded cat or something like that. I'm gonna see it right now. Yeah, that's it. And if I'm gonna eat it right now, you can see the buffs appearing in the bottom left corner. Now I'm less likely to break my bones or to feel the cold, so that's quite nice. Always try to do that when you can. Alright guys, that was that. I'm gonna release another video on babies, skipping generations, and a little bit of exploring their camps. So if you want to see that, check out the channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.